guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you a book haul because I haven't done a book haul in so long. It's also the first books that I bought this year, but I started buying them in September, I think. So let's call it an autumn book haul and let's share it with you. I have 10 books plus a box to unbox. So let's start out with the books that I acquired the longest time ago. The first book that I bought this year, it's weird to say that when you're in like November right now. So the first book that I bought this year was The Graveyard Apartment by Mariko Koike. I started this one in my latest vlog. You can look at that, watch that and see what happened with that. I wasn't really in the mood for horror when I picked it up, so but I am interested in reading it, and it was definitely very unsettling, so it's not like it was a bad book or anything. I was just not really in the mood for that right now. So I will revisit it later. Another book that I read for the same blog was Hadriana and All My Dreams by René de Pestra. It was a blog where I read books that were published in 1988, and I liked this one okay. It was weird and a little bit confusing, but I liked it. I don't know how the lighting is in here today. It's really grey and dull outside, so there's not very much light to go with, but I think I figured something out, hopefully. I decided now that I need to start filming more over here again because I prefer these bookshelves. They look better. They're more organized than my to be read, and when I sit and film in that spot, I get a glare from the sun because I have a wall-to-wall windows, so it's sort of difficult for me to sort of concentrate and focus. Here it's a little better in terms of that, but sometimes the sun comes in on a wonky angle, so we'll see how things goes with this. We'll see how it goes. And the last book that I read for the same vlog and bought for the same vlog was The Last Honest Woman by Nora Roberts. I read this one, really enjoyed it, so happy to have finished that one. We'll probably try and get the remaining books from the series from the same place to finish up the series. Some additional things that I have bought was Spaceband by Tom Fletcher. I am actually working on it. I'm about close to the halfway point. It's a lot of fun so far, so hoping I can finish it up soon. And another mid-grade I got in the same order was How to Twist a Dragon's Tail by Cressida Cowell. I think this is book 5 in the How to Train Your Dragon series. I believe it's 10 books long. And last and finally from that vlog, I got more Mills and Boons books. I got a collection of 2 books by the Heroes line. Both of them are from the Heroes line. This one is The Secret of Shutter Lake by Amanda Stevens, as well as Point of Disappearance by Carol Erickson. And I believe this one was published in 2023. It doesn't say at which specific point, but I think it was pretty late in 23. And this one is Cold Case Identity by Nicole Helm and Monster in the Marsh by Carla Cassidy. And Nicole Helm I've come to really enjoy. I read 3 of her books so far from her category romances, so I hope that this one, it sounded really good as well. This one I believe is published in early 2024. It says 24 in the inside flap, so I believe it was from January or February. Next up, I got a box set because I want to continue my Cosmere reading. I got a box set of Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archives part 1, which includes The Way of Kings, the first book in the series. It also has Words of Radiance, the second book, and then it has the novella Edge Dancer. Edge Dancer, I already owned this one in the Arcanum Unbounded collection, but now I have it in its own copy as well, so that's going to be nice reading this like that. So I have like 2,500-ish pages of Brandon Sanderson in this collection. Last and finally, my book box. I couldn't remember how many books I have in this, but I have 4 books, so very exciting. First up, I got Goth Girl and the Feet Worse Than Death by Chris Riddell. I think this is book 2 or 3. I don't know how many I read from this. Look at this. The end pages are like super pretty, and it has like a pocket in the back. I don't know what for. So it's like, I remember loving these books when I read them from the library, but they didn't have more, so I decided maybe I should just start and get and collect them, and I believe this is the next book in that series. Next up, I got Blackout by Connie Willis. This is book 3 in the Oxford Time Travel series. I read the first 2 books, like the Doomsday book and To Say Nothing of the Dog, and I really enjoyed both. I love time travel, science fiction stuff, so this one was a no-brainer. I need to know what's going to happen. I don't know. So we are going to like World War II era time, so yeah. Okay, next up we have The Forest Mage by Robin Hobb. This is book 2 in the Soldier Sun cycle. I read the first one, really enjoyed it, need to continue. So this was obviously pretty cheap, and this one is a lot larger than the first one. Obviously love Robin Hobb. Last and finally in this book haul was Barrier, I don't remember how to pronounce it, by Lois McMarch, The Bujel. This is the, I think it's the 7th book in the series, but the second you're supposed to read if you want to follow along, find an easier way of reading them. This is the next one that follows Cordelia, and then I think after that it is more or less Miles, like the son, that you follow in the majority of the other books, and that's why you're supposed to read this now. I read the first one and enjoyed it, but didn't like the audio, so I wanted to read the books, and this is the only one they had in there in a used copy, so I got this one, and we'll see about the next ones. I mean, they had more used, but not in the order that I had to read them. My cat is very curious about the book and sniffing them. So these are the stack of books for this past season. We'll see how many books there are in the next season. I don't know when I'll be doing a book haul again. But these are the books I acquired recently. What have you recently purchased? Have you read in the books that I've shown you today, and what were your thoughts on them? If you did, yeah, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.